I'm.
Or listen.
Nobody can see it.
Yeah, it's so funny. At the end, it was so funny. He's like, it's a black screen and we have a fucking scrim? God damn it!
Bobby, you still having technical difficulties?
Well, this time I'm just recording. I'm not streaming. I'm back in the map, and I'm flying around a little bit. So I'm gonna see if we can finish this round out without crashing. Then I'll let the players know what's up.
Let me know if you want me to jump in as backup. I can record it.
Bob, you know what you should do? You should just make a production off YouTube. You should just record all these scrims and just make them public. If they're okay with that, obviously, if they don't want it to be private. But that,
I mean, that's the
views.
goal to get back to that. Yeah, I started streaming so that's not a story I want to tell while I'm being recorded. After the game, ask me about why I'm streaming instead of recording.
Gotcha.
Trav the Trooper taking the pick out on Kamar here at North Horseshoe. I should realize that we've been talking all this time while we're recording, and all you friends out in Radio Land don't need to hear about our caster BS. We are catching back in. AGM took the first round. I've got IMG and Tommy still alive. Tommy's going to get the pick on Trav the Trooper, giving AGM a 2-0 lead here on Subway.
Seems like Hit and Run had a drop there, so it was a 4v5.
That's 2 points to them. Let's get you swapped over to the scoreboard.
Excuse me, I said AMG. I meant AGM. I'm very sorry.
Well, it's AGM and IMG, so it's an okay slip up to make. Speaking of,
I always
IMG,
accidentally say AMG. Because I don't know why, it's my brain is hardwired to put the M before the G, and then I always have to correct myself. So
those Mercedes dreams.
I forgot what the acronym, why that acronym is AMG. I probably remember one of these is
Aging Moss.
Aging Moss.
Aging Moss is AGM.
Yeah.
Right? I'm thinking of another acronym for AMG. That's why I say it backwards. It's probably because there's another. I'm thinking of something else.
That's a company. I'm almost certain.
Yeah, I think it stands for their all-wheel drive or something.
No, it's the Performance Group.
Oh, is it?
Hmm?
It's
okay. There's the beeps. Let's go back in. Where is Onward? There's Onward. Let's get that. Let me just double check my OBS real quick. We are on the right screen, so let's jump in with Kamar on Marsoc. Got Kamar and Random the Pyro making their way up to, what is that? That is South Horseshoe. I know how to words.
We got Alex Weiser coming up on this porn alley about to interact with Lone and Tommy here. Lone taking that main alley. Tommy lagging behind there, still watching that south entryway from south stairs. Seems like they got a pretty decent split here. They got a couple coming out of that horseshoe area. They got a couple that have taken over the main. You got Tommy watching that flank protection. Seems like a pretty good setup by Hit and Run.
This looks like we've got them reconnecting in main alley here at the top of horseshoe, top of overpass.
Right.
Trav the Trooper gonna get a pick out. Bone Senpai gonna get the refrag.
Refrag, yep.
I'll take it.
Bringing us to a 4v4.
We got an interaction about to happen south.
Yep.
Tommy's about to run into Alex.
Oh, let's jump over to Tommy. See what's going on over here.
Get against that front wall right there.
Investigator Bob here. What's going on over here?
Tommy's watching that flank, and Alex slowly making their way down Porn Alley. Looks like they've held up at that corner there by the South OBJ.
Alex with a very aggressive defensive position, but he's holding his line, waiting for somebody to come around that corner.
Oh, see a little movement? Is he thinking about pushing a little further? Maybe taking that flank? I'm not sure, but we got gunshots over on the other side. Let's check in. Got Kamar and Lone Senpai trading shots with, I think that's Eggman and King Capone. we've got IMG is sneaking up North Alley where it doesn't appear Hit and Run has anyone watching.
Right, all we need to do at this point is just get the utils on.
And Eggman goes down to IMG.
And that smoke is on there, and he's going to try to get that cap.
Ah, but King Capone does have the line. He's going to save that cap. Bring this to a 3v2 in Hit and Run's favor. Hey, Wolf, would you mind fixing the scoreboard so that Volk is Hit and Run and not IMG, please?
Oh. Yeah.
I think I might have given you guys bad information in my rush earlier. Good pick by King Capone taking out Lone Senpai. Leaving us with Jess Kamar on Marsoc. Let's ride along, see what Kamar sees.
You put too many spaces.
Oh.
In the beginning.
And
Wow.
for those at home, excuse our incompetence today, for this has been a cast filled with tech issues. So we're just trying to get on our
It's not
feet right now.
incompetence. It's
And
not incompetence.
stabilize our...
We're good for this stuff.
That's just how it goes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to think anybody. I don't want to think anybody watching this over that I was laughing at them or something. I'm just laughing at how fucking incompetent we are with our casting.
yeah.
Like, we just so many tech issues, all these fucking things, man.
I am feeling pretty
97%
special
me.
today.
Yeah. Well, you gotta love it. This is just part of the casting experience. And
So
it seems
Kamar
like
has
things
slowed
are-
up. I think they'll hear those footsteps in Porn Alley as... Is that Alex Weiser rotating back in?
Looks like
Weiser's on OBJ.
Kamar's the last man standing for his team, making it a 1v3.
her team, I believe.
Yeah, it's a they. Or person. Her. Great spot to be
See,
taking
that's why I'm
audio.
trying to do the Nightfire thing of doing everybody with singular they.
I've been trying to do the same. Mostly, I picked that up from my kid.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The youths of today constantly use that, and it confused me for a while because I'm an antique.
And
You're
we're
vintage.
rotate, trying to about to run into Freezy. Let's see if Freezy can catch her.
Yeah, this is the right move right here. You know, you're trying to listen for audio, you're trying to take your time, you're trying to pick apart this defense. What you really want to do is just get a couple picks here, rotate, get a couple picks, rotate. This is going to be probably a round deciding play over here. She's either going to get the pick and having to rotate out, or Freezy's going to get the pick and the round's going to be over.
Yeah, Kamar might be coming in a little quick. It sounds like Freezy might have heard something and he's getting ready to.
Oh yeah, Freezy's definitely heard those footsteps.
And Kamar's
Kamar-
looking deep into China. Not going to
Uh-oh.
look around that corner.
I think she's going to end up getting it.
Oh!
And Freezy.
Freezy with
a
the
little sneak
pick.
attack.
Excellent
Yeah,
patience
Freezy-
by Freezy to wait
Yeah.
there and not make a sound.
Yeah, great patience by Freezy, not making any noise there.
I would have been panting, making all kinds of noise, just struggling to hold my breath. Do you guys
Well,
ever have? Do you guys ever
breath
run into
holds?
that?
Yeah, I practice breath holds. I could hold my breath for 90 seconds. And, you know, usually in round, I'm switching between holding my breath in those kind of situations and slowly just, taking in breaths to where no one could hear me.
Yeah, sometimes it's just out of instinct. You get so nervous that you accidentally hold your breath until you're like knee deep in this shit.
When you consciously are able to know when to hold your breath and when not to, and then you practice holding your breath for some time, you actually are able to stay a lot more calm in those situations. And a lot of it actually comes down to play style. There's some players like we saw with Freezy where he kind of looked calm and collected, like he was just waiting, chilling, right? So I think it just depends on how you like to play. But yeah,
That's
breath holds are a thing.
Everybody
That's
plays the
what
game
we're
for different reasons. Some people like the adrenaline rush, so they like to get that pump. Some people just want to chill and get their job done.
And with that, I'm hearing some beeps, so let's get jumped back over. Got another round in the market OBJ.
Suplex, check your DMs.
Go main.
I think we should
I'm
go
gonna
north.
go
I think we should go north. I don't know.
I don't have no DMs.
Hit and Run still working out a plan. Gonna split up into a 4-and-1 split. We got Alex Weiser. Looks like they're making their way to the maintenance tunnel, and the other four are gonna push up these south stairs. Aggressive push from Lone Senpai right there on the flower pot turn. Think they might have set a C4 and backed off. I saw them squatting right there at the corner.
I'm moving up. Watch my back. I'm watching.
Hang on, I'm gonna throw.
Yeah, and this garbage can right here is invincible. It's a great spot. Definitely to
Molotov.
stop main alley.
Little Molotov burnage right there at the corner.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a great little trap he's got.
I do like to, rather than keeping the Molotov on you where you'll die if you get downed, I like to have it set up as a trap where I can shoot it out and keep people from advancing.
I have a great video of me trying to shoot one through smoke as it rolls away.
We got King Capone and Freezy challenging Sex Alley over here. Trav the Trooper and Eggman looking like they are going to push down main.
Don't go close.
Trav watching for the flank on South Stair as Alex does make their way up the main stair.
It's good that they both pushed one high, one low, but it's a little sketchy that they both pushed at the exact same time.
They did have a
Yeah.
little bit of pre-fire going, so I don't know if someone would have been able to swing and pick them both. That was an interesting smoke that I don't think quite went where they wanted it to.
It went into Deborah's apartment window.
Well, in that case, they
Deborah.
probably went exactly where they wanted. Deborah, you know what you did.
Deborah.
All right.
And it seems like
we got-
it seems like AGM has a really good hold here. You know, they're watching each other's backs, they're holding lines, they're most likely communicating where location is, and
Let's see
they're
what
just gonna
Kamar
wait.
has. I bet Kamar's got a C4. Oh no, yeah, they've got... Wait, yep, they do have it. They're holding the clicker.
There it is.
And they get a gun up.
Almost got him.
C4 are broken. Oh, keep the phone. Also, King Capone keeping that pre-fire up as he was going around the corner. It was a smart idea. I don't think he just knew where to look there. Good pick by random.
But that was unfortunate that C4 came out a little bit early. Nothing against hit and run. I just wanted a C4 kill.
It's a tough spot right there.
Freeze with a nice refrag.
Freezy
That's
with a nice
leaving
free flag.
Chinatown open.
Yeah, leaving
Well,
all of Chinatown
On
open.
back.
Yeah, one senpai coming, realizing, oh, but then getting picked. Leaving the OBJ wide open.
AGM,
Tommy now.
last one
Back to
up. Gotta
defend,
come
hearing
die.
the shots.
Tommy.
Tommy coming in.
Good flash.
Come on, Tommy boy.
2v1. Tommy, let's do that. Tommy takes one out.
Tommy picks
Still
up
got
Trav.
Freezy.
They need to get a push from Alex and Eggman. They need to get in and get in. Well, doesn't matter. Freezy's gonna get that hit pick.
Good job by Frieza.
Tying us up at 2-2 here on
A lot
Subway.
of good refrags right there, coming back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, great team
Yeah,
play by
good
Halo. Very
support.
impressive.
Good support from
that-
both sides.
Yeah, the battle buddy system, well implemented there. Everybody stuck together. No one lagging behind.
No, not exit. How did that happen? Okay.
No one was lagging behind, but it just seemed like the other two back in the south stairs there.
Oh,
They
yeah.
weren't picking up
Well, it
on what
was
was
just
going on.
the dynamic of the round, you know. I will say I think they were a little behind. The problem was that once the pick on Kamar happened, the fall in from Sex Alley happened so much faster that the two that were still in the back just didn't have time to catch up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that timing definitely was, they were out of sync. But I mean, as the 2-man, 3-man individual pushes, like teams moving, you know,
Yes,
nobody
amongst
was.
themselves, the teams did well.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
yeah.
cut you off.
Oh, that's fine. I'm used to it. Should meet my dad.
So when we come back in, we will have a South Stair OBJ. I personally love all of the upstairs OBJs. I don't discriminate
any.
against any of them.
Whoa.
And Marsoc are going to get the quick spawn upstairs.
Yeah, we'll see how Hit and
Let's
Run
go ahead and
decides
get
to
you
defend this.
swapped over.
You're just throwing shit at me.
AGM again running with the 4-in-1. I think they did that last time too, didn't they? Yeah. IMG came up on their own on North Stair.
Dang it. Disconnect.
Young Senpai gonna challenge Eggman and Porn Alley as Kamar and Random take control of Overpass Alley. Alex has not pushed out. Hit and Run is seeding that whole section of the map. Alex with the quick pick. Good swing.
Random
Alex taking
being
out
very
Random to
aggressive
Pyro.
and Alex punishing that.
Yeah. They had a good little formation there. Kamar was watching that Overwatch, and you know, Random was pushing up the right way. It's just he swung that corner a little too fast.
Solomon downstairs. Gonna
Ooh, unfortunate
Heard a
flash
C-
didn't make it all the way down.
Heard a C4. Doesn't look like it
That was
picked
a
up
C4.
anyone.
Yeah, missed.
Lone Senpai is going to catch Trav, checking to see if that flash hit. Bringing us to a 4v4.
Eggman holding his line, waiting for someone to beat that corner.
Yeah, Kamar getting a pick on Alex in that main alley, opening up that main alley. It's a good pressure
And
position.
as
Eggman
soon
getting
as
a
I
hit on the
move,
wall.
Eggman picks up Lone Senpai and Porn Alley.
Eggman getting a little aggressive, trying to confirm bodies, moving up. He might get taken out by Tommy.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Ooh, just not far enough.
Did Eggman throw a flash before that? I'm
Possibly.
Here comes
amazed.
Capone Solomon.
I wasn't over there, but from my angle, it looked like Tommy should have seen that.
Oh, we have a rear flanker.
Yeah, now if you're Solomon, what you want to do is you want to wait for the cue of your teammates to put pressure on the defense and then collapse in for a pinch. So he's doing the right move right here. He's waiting.
Oh,
As Freezy
he's
does
waiting.
pick up
Oh,
or
he
go down to
spotted him.
Kamar.
Onwards timing at its finest there.
turning this into a 2v3.
Yeah, Ken Capone, you know, focusing in on that main alley because it seems like, you know, there was some pressure there. There was an exchange of
the
some
OBJ surrounded, slowly closing in.
Yeah, and IMG coming up these stairs, keeping his gun up, finding King
picking
Capone,
off
getting
King.
the pick.
3v1.
This is bad
you
news
get
for
that cap?
Eggman.
And he got the move.
Oh, Eggy!
Good pick, Eggman.
Catching Solomon.
Eggman.
I am the walrus.
Good instincts on Eggman
So-
coming back
so
to
at this
OBJ
point-
after hearing those shots.
At this point, Kamar and Tommy need to be talking, right? They need to be, or they just need to know already how they're going to sync up this push, because if they don't pinch together, then they got a real good chance that Eggman could pick them both up.
Yeah, round's definitely not over. There's 3 minutes left. You know, he's got plenty of time. He's watching a hard line here from Sex Alley onto main. Communication would be ideal here for AGM. These kind of rounds, you kind of don't want to give up because these are rounds you're supposed to lock in and finish if you have the numbers advantage. So you know they have to stay cognizant. I don't know if they know what the kill count is. If there were comms out earlier in the round, I think a lot went on, and I don't think they have a proper kill count. Hence why Kamar's going slow, sneaking up on the main here.
Yeah,
Tommy's
doing
also
the same.
sneaking up at the same time, which is really good coordination from AGM. Slowly clearing their corners.
Exactly.
Mars moving a little quick. Hopefully no audio cues are being given away.
Oh no, Eggman's getting a little frantic
That
right
would have
there.
definitely made an audio cue.
I think she heard Eggman. Unfortunately, that smoke didn't land exactly where it could help her as much, but she could still take advantage of it. She might
Right,
be able to run
definitely.
across and hide behind that little trash can that's behind that corner.
Right,
That or it
100%.
could just be a distraction technique.
Yeah, this
It does give her the
cover
sound
up
cover to
cap
peek the
for
corner.
No.
I think
Eggman
Kamar
keeping
might
a
get
nice
this
line.
kill before Tommy's able to get that cat. Oh,
Come on with the clothesline.
Was nasty.
Yeah, that was a clothesline.
Flash as a
Hey.
you
Sorry, the
heard
smoke.
Tommy. I'm shaking. That's third
Right,
point.
Tommy needs to eat something. put something in
Yeah.
his belly.
He's got a low blood sugar.
Yeah.
Someone get that man some protein chips.
I don't know, man. Those last seconds when you're closing in on an OBJ, not knowing where the enemy is, that could really get your blood pumping.
Oh, 100%. That's what makes the game. That creates that. I call it the gambling feeling. That's like the same feeling you get gambling at a casino.
Yeah.
That's what brings you back to coming to play this game. You get that little rush. Yeah, there's that little
burst of adrenaline.
Yeah, that little unknown gets it going. You know. You don't know what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I've had this exact conversation with leftover/Proteus members for like a year and a half now. Once everybody got like a taste for capping it and became addicted to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you get a big rush when you hear the enemy closing in on you, and you got a last couple numbers to punch in before you get the cap. Ooh, that gets the blood flowing.
Oh,
I
those
switched
are
to
the
a
best.
different stock, and now I can't cap the same way. The connecting piece gets in the way.
Oh,
After this round, tell me what stock you're using, Bob. But after this round, we'll focus on this round.
Yep, I'm following Trav the Trooper,
Wow.
Freezy, and Alex as they make their way up over Horseshoe to Overpass.
the
They
three-man
were
push
tearing
over.
along,
man.
but they have slowed up
Yeah.
just outside of sound cue distance. And I'm stuck on a turnstile.
Subway's hard to navigate.
It can be.
Oh, they're moving in quickly. Audio cues possibly going out. Is there possibly nobody there to hear them close to that?
Camera spins. We do have Random the Pyro and Kamar both watching Flower Pot turn. Random Pyro is in the little nook and Kamar's on the Flower Pot. I think I'm the only person that calls that Flower Pot turn.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've heard other people call it flower pot.
Negative, it's just Bob.
I think what it really matters is if people get the gist of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? I
Yeah.
don't think it matters what you actually call it as long as I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I've heard a lot
Yeah.
of people call it planner also. Basically,
Planner,
the
yeah,
same thing.
that's another
What
popular one.
is,
Wire.
Wolf, are you paying any attention over here in West Alley? It looks like we got, is this, Eggman and I'm not sure who is a Lone Senpai. Gonna be hearing
Yeah,
each other pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll hop over there.
Eggman is making no sound on their way up.
There'll definitely be an exchange here.
Oh, I
Utilities
think it's
coming
time to
out
go
from-
back to the overpass. I heard a flash go out.
Is that past the 50% clip?
Who?
Seems like it was. It seems, I don't know. Is Lone clipping 50% there? No, he's. Oh, yeah, no. I think he's good. That's all.
He's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I got stuck in the wall when I tried to go look.
Oh, just choose somebody else to follow.
Want me to go over there?
No.
Oh.
Kamar and Trav the Trooper are gonna go. Whoa!
Whoa, what's
All
going
kinds of
on?
action over here on Flower Pot.
Oh,
Capone.
killed 2 people. Got the
King
same kill.
Capone, was he coming through Market?
Yeah,
I was
he was
not
shot
keeping
at the
track
same
of
time.
Capone at all. I just saw his name pop up in the kill feed. Good, good sneaky.
Came flying.
That does bring us to a 3v2 in AGM's favor here on their potential map point.
That was a good try by Lone, but I feel for that play you probably need to be walking out of that basement.
Of course.
That frag did not have the distance they needed. Capone is going to go down to Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy with the pick.
AG
got this-
Tommy has
Tommy's on
checked
fire
their
with those
tablet.
shots.
Seems like this round's gonna go to AGM. It's a 3-1. They know where he is. They got a big kill down. And there it is. That's
And
the round.
Random on the rotation
He stole it from me. I traded
Well played
gets
by
the last kill.
AGM.
Alright, let's get one more point on the board to AGM. Get you guys swapped over. So, Rambo, you asked what stock. I moved from the Bauk understock to the Bauk inverted.
You got the new one, huh?
I did. And I did it right before they announced the 2-color printing, so I feel really awesome. Snow Peak is going to be our second map. Let me get that up on the scoreboard. Rambo, we'll be starting off at, what is this? This is the double hanger OBJ. What can you tell us about that?
Double hanger, I think it's a defense-heavy OBJ for this one. You really just want to make sure you got all the entryways covered. On offense, it's a little tough. On this map specifically, you really want to be able to, in my opinion, have someone who knows how to use that drone, especially on the outsides. Drones are massive on the outside OBJs because you're at least going to get to spot one or two, and then once you get to see where one or two are in that formation, you could pretty much, guess where the rest are. It's pretty common sense. If you spot two that are pretty far out from OBJ, you know that three are most likely going to be closer to it. So yeah, no, I think it's a defense-heavy OBJ. Offense has less of an advantage for this one. You typically, if you're offense, you probably want to move in a way where you got a good system of lines supporting each other. And yeah, this is if you lose the defense on this one, you pretty much got to talk with your team and discuss what went wrong within the round and et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, no, this is one of the I don't know how many people like this OBJ, but this is one of my favorite OBJs on defense because it's just so easy to guard.
Unless you're playing against Lipinski and he stabs you.
And there were the beeps, so let's jump in with Hit and Run taking over their Marsoc round.
Yeah, the South is massive on this OBJ. They will need somebody, at least in my opinion, 2 people watching this South entry on the South Valley here. And again, it seems like Hit and Run has gotten that South spawn inside the bunker, and it seems to be a very South Valley heavy push, which is usually the case if you get that bunker spawn.
Alex Weiser holding up here in the back. Oh, they've got a drone.
Yep, drone. Yep, that's a perfect call. Drone will get them the callouts for the people who are a little bit more pushed up. If you have this drone out right now, you probably want to go near that hill by Snow Lake because that's a very common spot. So you want to confirm if one's over there. You want to confirm if one's by this Hesco here, and it seems like Kamara's by that Hesco.
Drone, it came from the south.
And see, with the drone right now, if you were to fly over this area, that's 2 easy callouts. And then obviously there's one at the hill. 3 easy callouts right there. You have half of their formation just by getting a drone out. So let's see if they put that to use.
Tommy did take shots at the drone. I couldn't tell if they got it downed or not. But Alex is on the move, so I think they did get the drone.
Right. With the drone, it begs the question: do you deploy it at the start of the round, or do you deploy it in the mid of the round? And as I said, that Lone Senpai catching one off the tower in the South Valley, good pick by Lone. And we can talk about that more after this round. But and then Random getting another one all the way from the hill, the backside on South Hanger area.
That is a pretty meta spot where Random is. That's kind of the first place I go and look once I get inside of the lake.
Right, yeah, that hill is very common to have somebody there.
Yeah, it's common because it's a very
and
strong
I'm stuck
spot.
on a tree.
Right,
Absolutely.
yeah. Absolutely.
It's the center hotel of Snow Peak.
I think that was Alex Weiser taking shots over from bunker side. Looks like they're probably shooting at either IMG or Kamar.
Right. And anytime you're doing what Lone's doing right here on this hill, it's actually a very good idea, but it opens you up to flashes. So you kind of want to be careful doing what he's doing right now, and just be cognizant that if they throw a flash over, you probably have to counter flash.
And I'm keen into on 2, just so you know, Bob.
On 2?
Yeah. So anytime you hear...
Oh, that is a good shot. Freezy and Trav the Trooper looks like they might be engaging Senpai soon. They'll definitely be in footstep range before long.
Looks like we have a little rotation, and they're a little worried about movement on that lake.
And they very well
We
should
got
be.
2 people moving up on the south. They're just closing in on the south while they're focused on the lake. Could be detrimental to their defense. Lone Senpai, the only one covering south right now.
Alex gonna
As we
pick
say
up
that,
Random.
gets- yeah,
No. Alex doing a good job picking them off and keeping their attention up north while his teammates try to make a play down south.
Trav the Trooper gets fully killed on the grenade from Lone Senpai. Freezy gonna get the refrag. Oh, I wish I had the replays running for that.
Yeah, forget the flash over
Free
the hill.
takes out Tommy.
Yeah.
Two
makes
quick
it a
picks for
2-2.
Freezy.
Freeze very far forward.
Oh, but
And
Freezy
gets
does go
taken
down
out.
to IGM by the Heskos.
Nice pick by
There's
AGM, turning this into a
good line there
2v1.
by IMG. I said his name backwards.
Let's just say something.
I blame Rambo.
Good shot there by LMNOP.
Kamar,
Like I'd screw it up royally.
Kamar rotating back. Good decision, not knowing if anybody else was pushing down south.
Right. Seems like IMG and Kamar are communicating, and I think that's why she made that rotate back, which is not a bad call at all. This is what you want to do if you're in a clutch situation. You want to communicate with your teammates. You want to get on the same page. And as I say that, Alex walking right by IMG. The onwards timing on that.
Oh, potential footstep sounds. IMG's making some movements
IMG
closer
making
to
his way.
Alex.
Oh,
And
he
there it
sees
is.
him! And then he takes him out, and AGM getting the first round. Wow. Like I said, defense heavy. That was a good try by Hit and Run, but AGM held that really nicely, and we'll see if Hit and Run can do the same. Good idea with the drone. Just which one do you guys think is better, early in the round or later in the round for deploying that drone?
Early is good. You just got to rotate it to where it's not coming in the same direction your team is, because I always feel like that's just lets the other team know that, hey, we're coming from this direction. Especially if you do it early on.
Right, yeah. I agree. That's definitely a good point. Definitely a good point.
But with big maps like this, it's very powerful to have some eyes in the skies, good communication. You can have that drone out, but if you don't have the communication to let your team know where they're at, then it's pointless.
Alright, that takes us to 1-0 in Aging Moss's favor, and with that, we're going to jump right back into it. Barely got that scoreboard up. Let's get in with Aging Moss. It looks like they have a northern, wait no, southeastern. I was totally thought I was on the other side of the map.
And a little bit of a quick spawn there for them. See if they could take advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the quick spawn. We'll see what they decide to do with it. We'll see how Hit and Run decides to defend us. That's gonna be
Random
the main
Pyro
thing.
sending out a drone early as well.
Strong
Yeah, good idea.
push from the south. Being very aggressive, running straight in.
Sounds like those are coming all the way in the back from... Oh no, those are from Eggman, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. Eggman at that, tower area on the south valley. Good.
Lone
Almost
Senpai
nailed.
with some good distance on that frag, not gonna connect.
Yeah, that was close.
Ooh.
Looks like they're quickly taking over the south side of the map.
Lone getting
Senpai
a
picks
pick
up
there.
Trav the Trooper.
Ooh, that would have been a nice nade if it was a little sooner when they were still there.
Yeah. Eggman engaging with 2 or 3 from AGM. Lone Senpai, Random Pyro, and Solomon all have eyes. Gonna
Ooh,
finally
Eggman
trade out
trades.
with Random.
Ooh, strong coordinated aggression.
Yeah, AMG is known for the coordination. They're a very well coordinated team. You could expect them to, move as a unit really well, communicate. We'll see how Hit and Run adapts to that level of coordination. Usually there's a learning curve that takes place within the game. If you
King
haven't done
Capone
it
gonna pick
before.
up Solomon.
As we said
As
that,
Tommy gets Alex
good
and
pick,
Senpai
bro.
gets Freezy, it's now a 3v1 with just King Capone alive on Volt. Let's see what they see.
Well, King Component out of position. No eyes on OBJ. I don't think he heard the shots and his teammates. I don't think he's aware of his teammates being down.
Yeah, I don't think he's checked his tablet. They did get 2 picks quick,
There
right
it is, speak of the devil.
as King Capone was getting a kill.
Realizing he's the last one and running towards OBJ where he could see it.
It seems like this might be a cap.
They
I guess
gotta
the use
call
goes
out.
on right.
Yeah, this is played right.
There is a blind spot from King Capone's spot all, but they peeked out, drawing his attention. And they took
And
the kill.
Kamar will take the kill.
Good kill. Good round by AGM.
The win's a win.
They put in that work.
That will bring us to a 2-point lead in Aging Moss's favor. That's how I put point scores on that side of the scoreboard. Let's swap you over.
And it was good coordination, trying to draw some attention, having somebody on Overwatch, trying to get that kill. Since it was 3v1, maybe a little communication if they felt more confident in their capping. That was a good smoke, and Capone was out of position to really stop it.
When we come back in, as I'm hearing the beeps, we are going to be in the East Tunnel, OBJ. I personally am a big fan of both of the inside objectives on Snow Peak. They remind me of Subway, and I love Subway.
Yeah. So Snow Peak's one of those maps where it has a little bit of everything. It has some CQB, it has some medium range, and it has some long range, and that's what makes it so unique and fun to play. But I find it's only really fun to play if you're in a lobby where everyone knows the map. So league play, it's really good, but if you're in a pub lobby and you don't know where you're going,
it can get tedious.
Right, as I say that, Lone Senpai getting a pick onto Freezy.
Random Pyro about to run into Capone and Trav. Oh, and he gets them both, but he does get down by Trav the Trooper.
Going down.
And with a good call out as well.
Right. And if you're Alex, what you want to do is pre-fire that. And as I say that, he pre-fires it and they trade.
Alex goes just downed.
They do down each other.
They did get one of those revives. I think AGM still has a revive available. Kamar is going to take the team kill instead. And also get the confirm onto Alex Weiser. Or no, that's Tommy got the confirm. Regardless, we've got Eggman coming in through the horseshoe tunnel. Gonna pick up Solomon on the swing and get out of there. That's a good move.
Doing a little 360. Smart.
Yep, check and make sure there's not a flank coming up behind him.
Full rotate. I love this. Let's see what they're in for over here. I like that, Snow Peak being so dynamic. When you're flying around inside the tunnels, it feels like you're just going crazy fast. But when you're out in that open, man, it is slow. It is.
Yeah.
It can be a very big map.
That's for certain. And we do still have 4 minutes left, so Eggman has plenty of time to do a little bit of recon and to check out which paths are more open or not and decide which way they want to make their entrance.
If you're a betting man, what would you say here?
I'm going to go with north. I think they've decided north.
I think it's a full high hard one north for sure. I love this name, Eggman.
Eggman. You know that Drake song, Jumpman? This
No.
is Eggman. Okay, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I do know the song though.
yeah, right. Eggman.
That was
gonna be
my. Was that by that? That fruit liquid celestial body?
No, that was by Drake, dude. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, an Eggman with a slow peek. Get the pick. Good pick by Eggman.
There's another.
He has his own spawn. That's
the
what
other
he's
team.
gonna
Eggman also going to get Tommy.
Oh, getting picked off.
ran
Almost
yeah.
with the triple, winning it for his team.
Man, Eggman's quite surgical with that 249.
That was a really impressive close to the round, even if they weren't able to get the points.
Yeah, he did a great job.
And that is going to be 3 points on the board for Aging Moss.
Yeah, really good job by Aging Moss, just putting this away as fast as possible.
Wait a minute. Where's my...
If you're hit and run, you want to try to gain the momentum back. You pretty much have to slow down your tune and, start working as a unit and communicate a little more. easier said than done, because when you're in there, you may not have identified what's going on with the other team. But that's why you got Scrimcasts. You could look over and you could identify when that point was, and next time you're in game, you could try to make a good effort into adapting, knowing when to adapt to. I think that's the main thing with footage review, is identifying where the mistakes are, and if it's lack of adaptation, you get to see where that lack of adaptation is, and then next time you're in game, you could potentially fix that as you keep playing. So we'll see how Hit and Run decides to respond here.
You know what else these are really good for?
What?
Getting clips of your teammates getting just completely murked by people, and then sharing it with them in VCs and laughing.
Yeah, you can also do that. I mean, that works as well. Whatever
whatever floats. Yeah, whatever floats your boat.
Whatever floats your boat. Bob, you want to check your DMs?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just.
I do not have anything in my DMs. We're still just hanging out with these guys. I was fixing something on my OBS, and there's something. What do we got over here?
Oh, well, they had a drop.
Copy that.
Over on the AGM side.
Had a drop on the AGM side. What?
Correct.
I am still showing.
I've got 4 AGM, 5 on Hit and Run right now.
I'm showing 5 and 5. That's interesting.
Oh, there's 5th one's back. Kamar.
Cool. Where is my OBS? All right, there are the beeps. Let's get rid of that and bring you back over to Snow Peak.
Alright, whoever is going north, C4.
And let me move over to the Marsoc.
I don't need one. I'm going quick spawn.
Marsoc's got the same spawn. AGM got the same spawn that Hit and Run had. Looks like they are also going to split into a 1-4, or perhaps... Nope, looks like we're getting a 2-3... No, 2-1-2 split. 2 going outside, 3 going in the tunnels. Before we lose them, I want to make sure we get a special thank you out to Rambo and Suplex. I don't think they're going to be able to stay with us to the end this afternoon, but we do appreciate them stopping in and sharing some of their knowledge with us.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. We really do appreciate y'all.
And Random taking out Alex. Trav getting the refrag on Random. My kill feed seems to be a little behind the shots. That was interesting. Trav and Lone Senpai eventually going to be engaging over here in this tunnel. I don't have a good call out for which tunnel this is.
Which tunnel are we talking about? Over here?
It's this little connector in between the garage and this is the North OBJ tunnel. Yeah, the little connector from the garage to the OBJ tunnel.
You know what? I just kind of say I'm in the tunnels, and then I just either run really fast and make a bunch of noise, or I try to be really quiet. And neither of it ever pans out for me, honestly.
Right? Oh, that was that onward timing. There was almost contact there.
Oh.
Solomon is slowly creeping up. They're not quite making contact, but they're gonna be... Oh no, they're gonna be going down to King Capone with the C4. Thank you, King Capone. Sorry, Solomon, but like I said, I love a C4 kill.
You and I both.
Lone Senpai and Tommy are enjoying something. I did not hear what caused the laughter, but it was good laughter. And it looks like we've got Kamar making a rotate, maybe on their way to pick up Solomon in the north. King Capone did pick up the kill with the C4, but did not go to check on the body, and now Kamar is going to get that revive, bringing us back to a 4v4. King Capone... I'm sorry, Solomon does push in and get the pick onto King Capone in the north. Where is the third defender? I've got Freezy and Trav the Trooper. Oh, there's Eggman. Right off screen down here. Gonna go down to Lone Senpai. Lone Senpai is gonna be full dead. 2.5v3. Trav the Trooper. Gonna go down to Tommy.
Tommy's gonna fight it out here with Eggman in a second. Oh, Eggman's down.
Freezy is gonna get killed by Kamar. That is gonna give them the map. I was about to say it's a good thing because that could have easily been a cap, but it was the map point anyway, so it didn't matter. Let's get that one more point on the board for AGM. That was a 4-0 win on Snow Peak to them. Nicely done, AGM. Our last map this evening will be, or I should say our third map this evening will be Suburbia. Get that up on the board for you. There we go. So, I mean, go ahead.
Bob, I've been finding that this is the last map recently for a lot of scrims.
It's interesting, you know, a lot of league teams, especially league teams that have been around for a little bit, just absolutely abhor Suburbia. Like, can't stand to play it at all. But I find a lot of teams that haven't been around more than, say, 3 or 4 years, it's one of their favorites. It's one of everybody's favorite because everybody plays it a bunch, everybody's got ideas, and you've got to actually bring something to the game to win on Suburbia. Like, there's not a lot of accidents here that lead to whole map wins.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're absolutely right. Also, I think people just like to be able to shoot out of these windows. They like houses. They like to go in buildings, you know? And it reminds a lot of the newer players, especially new to VR, of Call of Duty. I mean, I hate to say it, but Nuketown and stuff kind of comes to mind.
Oh yeah,
for some people.
Oh, you hear it got referred to a lot as it's VR Nuketown, and then you tell those people that Nuketown is an actual map in the game, and they just blow their mind.
Oh man, they're like, "What do you mean workshop? Like, I don't want to work." I'm like, no, it's where you download the custom maps made by people that are like really into it because it's a lot of work.
It does look like we are getting a swap out from Hit and Run, or maybe they've had a player drop. I'm not sure what it is, but we are waiting on our 10th player to join the lobby.
Yeah, Alex is no longer in game. That'd be Alex Weiser for... There's so many puns there. Sorry. I'm just going to stop myself. If you're none the wiser, I couldn't help it.
Yeah, I was going to say, that didn't sound like you stopped yourself, Wolf.
No,
it sounds
I
like
just
you did the exact
right
opposite
in.
of that.
I was like, you know what? I don't know how to swim. Is that, how deep's that pool? I'm going for it.
Fortune favors the bold. That's what they say, right?
Yeah, well... You know, there's old pilots and there's bold pilots, right? You know the saying? But there's no old, bold pilots.
That sounds accurate. That does sound accurate.
It's actually a quote from one of my favorite movies as a child.
And what movie was that? You're leaving me in suspense.
The Black Hole by Disney movie.
I do not remember that Disney movie.
Oh my god, my man. It is so good. Freaking flying robots, space. Oof. Lovely.
That does sound pretty cool.
Yeah. Basically 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, but space.
Well, that's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Space is a good way. It's a good way to mix things up a little bit.
The freaking I want tattoos of these little flying robots. Vincent especially. I've wanted a tattoo of that thing forever.
All right, we're going to swap you back in as we are coming up for the first round on Suburbia. Aging Moss will be on Marsoc, and they will be attacking the North Hummer OBJ in lane 1. Got Pyro and Solomon trading off some goodies as Tommy is going to push aggressively into that middle channel. Oh, it is a 4v5. It looks like Hit and Run did not get a 5th in.
Yeah, Senpai caught one of them off the get too.
Random is almost into Deadman Alley.
Great.
Tommy
shot
gets
there by
Eggman.
Tommy.
Solomon revives Kamar. Solomon gets King Capone. Freezy is left, but Freezy is going to get capped on unless someone kills Freezy before they can get the cap. Lone Senpai going to grenade Kamar. I don't know if that was an accident or if that was just for funsies, as Random does get that cap.
You know, sometimes you just get a laugh out of watching one of your friends explode.
I do understand that. I definitely understand that.
C4 lulz, am I right?
So let's get 2 points on the board for Aging Moss. Is that their second cap? I think they capped on Subway, didn't they? Or am I making that up?
I think you might be hallucinating on that one, but...
Okay.
Which objective?
I don't remember. It's all...
We can pretend.
Yeah, to say Subway was kind of a mess for me. I don't really remember that well. I'm kind of blocking it out.
That's okay.
Anyways, it's a cap. It's a good cap. Any cap that ends with send is a good cap. So nicely done to Random the Pyro. There are some beats. Let's get swapped back over.
You know, you say that now about any cap that ends with a send's a good cap, unless you're on Volk.
We all know.
I am not sure it still counts as a cap in that circumstance.
Oh, at some point I'll tell you about my first season against, I don't remember who it was at this point. Basically, I was the last man up, had no kill count, scared out of my mind, and put in those numbers.
If you cancel the uplink, it's the same as going out and dying. You know, you save the uplink, they only get the 1 point.
Yeah, there was only one man alive, though.
Well, I was trying to be generous.
I know.
Trav gonna get Random, bring us to a 3v2. Trav gonna get... Didn't Trav already get Random? Did that pop up? Was the first one just a down?
The first one was a down. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
So we've got Kamar rotating around to... What is that? Rotating into lane 2. And then it looks like... who is that on gray car? Is that Solomon on gray car? I think that's Solomon still up over there. Breezy pushing up from the playground. King Capone behind center house. Trav the Trooper making their way. I think they're all the way over in lane 1.
Nope.
Freezy putting some shots out. We think that was a confirm, maybe? What do we think Freezy was shooting at? I have no idea. I wasn't over there.
Yeah, I'm over here on lane 1.
Freezy gonna rotate back south towards the middle a little bit. Maybe reconnect with King Capone or Trav the Trooper. King Capone gonna make some noise. Kamar's gonna be able to hear that, and Kamar will pick them up as soon as they come around in sight. That will give away Kamar's position to Freezy, who is oh no, they're rotating around to lane 4 in the north.
Yeah, on 2, there was a decent angle. Freezy spotted Solomon, or at least just pre-fired the position.
Yeah.
and
That's what it
barely,
was.
barely missed. So either that was a blind pre-fire, or Freezy knows exactly where Solomon is right now, and that could be bad.
I do not know. I do not know what Freezy knows. I feel like it's possible that they could have either seen Solomon or that maybe Trav could have seen them from the south of lane 1, but I don't think Trav was around that far yet. That flash tells me that was pre-fire. As Solomon gonna pick up Trav.
Freezy,
yeah. Freezy gonna go down to Kamar from lane 2.
Kamar's been a really smart player this evening.
Yeah. I gotta be honest, I don't know if Hit and Run didn't have a good kill count there or what, but after that flash, I kind of expected... was that Solomon on OBJ to react a little bit more to someone flanking up behind them.
Yeah. Yeah, that was definitely tunnel visioned, I would say.
Yeah. But it's okay. They died a good death. Their death gave away Freezy's position to Kamar and allowed Kamar to get the win, bringing Aging Moss up to 3-2-0 here on Suburbia.
Funny story about Solomon.
What's
this is the map I met him on.
Well, this is the map we meet most people on.
That's true. I mean, I like to meet people on Subway, personally.
I like to too, but once you know, everyone, it seems like a large portion of players come in around one of the holidays, be it one of the summer sales or Christmas, when all the Christmas questers, as they're known, joined. Whenever that happens, for the next 3 weeks, it's just Suburbia and Cargo, wall to wall.
Yeah. Oh, and Downfall. Sometimes you'll find that Downfall map that gets played 4 or 5 times in a row.
Well, you gotta alternate between Downfall and Downfall Night.
True.
In succession.
And then Turbine. Yeah. Don't leave out Turbine Night. But those
Solomon pushing quickly in towards Playground.
Yeah.
Solomon wants that hedge cap. Nope, they're gonna go in for it. They're gonna go in for it, and they're gonna go down to Freezy. I think that was one of those ones where they challenged themselves. I'm gonna cap or die in 30 seconds.
What a shot by Tommy.
Tommy takes out Trav the Trooper, bringing us to a 4v3. Freezy gonna get random. 2 picks for Freezy. Eggman gonna get Lone Senpai. It's now 3v2, 2v2. Kamar picks up King Capone. I don't even know where Capone was there on the front yard of Burning. That flash will connect with Tommy. Kamar. Oh, unfortunate timing for Kamar, as Eggman was not looking. I take it back. I thought Eggman was watching and Kamar was about to die. Instead, unfortunate timing for Eggman. If they'd been watching south instead of north, they would totally have picked up Kamar there. Do still have Tommy pushing in on lane 4. Freezy has killed 2 and not rotated from that sandbag spot. I feel like Tommy and Kamar have both got to have a good idea there's someone around there.
Yeah, they're gonna have some action right now. On 2.
Eggman trades out with Kamar. Eggman just downed. Freezy going for the res.
And hopefully Tommy...
Tommy has plenty of time. He's going to get this map. Yeah, he's going to get this hedge cap if they're not careful.
Hopefully Tommy's aware of this hedge cap.
You know, people say all the time that you can't do it anymore. And here's the thing. You can. It's hard. It's hard. Not everyone can.
Yeah.
If you don't have long enough arms, then perhaps you can't. But it's definitely still possible on PC and Quest.
Yeah, I've experimented with that myself. I don't know if Tommy was aware that is a thing.
Yeah, Tommy didn't go for it. Even if they did know, they didn't go for it. And they will go down. I think that was a hat trick for Freezy there from the sandbags.
Very possible. Breezy posted up. Big 6 kills.
There we go. Yeah, Playground OBJ. It's always a fun one.
Man, everybody calls it the slide. I just call it the meerkat move.
The meerkat.
Yeah, anytime somebody runs up and stands on top of something, I'm like, oh, look at the meerkat. Gotta smack it. Or like a groundhog or a gopher, you just gotta shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't condone shooting animals.
And we are going back into it. We got hit and run on Marsoc. They're gonna get the quick spawn in the south.
Quick spawn, do it, spawn.
Still looking at a 5v4 in AGM's favor.
Run down to
Right now it's posted up. Eggman and Trav the Trooper looking like they're gonna push South Street.
Freezy looks like they're going through the middle, Capone going north. Freezy gonna go down to Pyro and Solomon. King Capone gonna catch up with... Oh, King Capone gonna trade out with Pyro. Trav picks up Solomon. Got just one here in the south. I missed when Eggman went down, I think.
Solomon grabbed Eggman right off the bat there. And then, so this is... Travis had just looted Eggman's body. Which, I do condone that.
Well, they'd want you to have it.
Right? Exactly.
Trav is alone here in the south. Kamar's there on the OBJ Heskos. But rotating over to Freezy's sandbags.
Senpai's partying on lane 2. Just threw a ridiculous frag.
That
Took a
landed
nice-
very close to Trav the Trooper. I jumped into their camera right as it exploded, and it was kind of unpleasantly loud.
Yeah.
But it did not connect.
No, it was way too high. And Senpai's gonna rotate. Look,
Trav taking their time over here at center house. I think they know Senpai's thinking about the flank. And they're just kind of being cautious before they start working too much towards OBJ, since they know this person's out here. Oh! Lucky for Senpai.
Right.
And a good quick little rotate from Trav to get behind those Heskos on the center house fountain. For those who don't know, some people call this spot that Trav is currently in the fountain because in earlier editions that was an actual fountain.
As one puts in their yard.
Or was it a pool? It might have been a pool. I'm not sure. I didn't play that version much. And I didn't play it when it was out. I've played it since... whatever. It's 1.7.
1.7.
I am in favor of getting rid of all 1.7 callouts.
Like wire?
Oh. Okay, that one I still use because that
I
one's
love
very
that one.
descriptive. But like, no, my big ones that I don't like are the Volk and Marsoc labels on Downfall.
Ah, yeah.
And Trav's gonna pick up Lone, but Tommy will get the refrag, giving
Tommy on that
Aging
gun.
Moss 4 points for the win. Did I do that right? Let's take a peek. That is, yes. So let's get you swapped over to that scoreboard one more time. And they reloaded right back into Suburbia. I'm not sure what's up with that. All hit and run have left, and it looks like Aging Moss are just having a little bit of fun with themselves.
And
So I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of this so I don't have to listen to Onward anymore. Alright, and so Wolf in the Night.
Yes,
That's
sir.
the end of the game.
Yes, it is.
We had a 4-2 on Subway, a 4-0 on Snow Peak, and a 4-1 on Suburbia.
We did. What do you think?
That's a pretty strong showing from AGM all the way around. I've been seeing this a lot. I've been casting a lot of scrims. Not a lot. I've cast several scrims this month, and I see this thing where you get this score where it's like 12-4, 12-5, and it doesn't reflect how much work the opposing team put in. We were under 2 minutes in a lot of rounds, especially for playing two arguably of the smaller maps. I know some people like to say Subway's a big map. It's not that big of a map.
No.
It's not. It's layered,
It's
so
tall.
if people take their time, it can be long.
Mhm.
But getting from any one place to another place, it never takes long. So Subway can also go very fast, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just tip a hat to Hit and Run. They got a lot of good picks, showed us a lot of neat things. AGM did, of course, win though with that 12-3 victory. Anything in particular you want to remark? Anything that stood out to you? I know it's all we watched a lot of Onward right there, so it's a little fuzzy in my brain.
First thing that stood out, Bob, get your settings together. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
sorry about that to
Tough one.
everyone. I will do better next time.
Oh no, I am the king of technical difficulties. I mean, I don't know if my overlay's been up the whole time or not. But so what did I see there? Very predictable, like the same pace and play was happening out of AGM for the majority of the night until like halfway through Snow Peak. Which is something that I would focus on trying to change. Changing that pace and being unpredictable is a whole other element. Hit and Run, a lot of good shooters on that team. The dice just didn't roll in their favor, but easily could have. Everybody stuck and held lines really well on both sides.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Like it was really good. There was a lot of, what's the word? They were very reserved and very, I don't know the word for this one. Focused.
They held to the plan.
Yeah.
And that showed on the Marsoc side as well. I know Rambo was mentioning it. I can't remember. I think it was one of the rounds with Hit and Run on Snow Peak where they were doing a good job of clotheslining in on the south objective, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But what he was saying was that they were doing a good job of keeping coordinated and making sure they were moving at a similar rate so that they weren't encountering people one off, but they were encountering the Volk at the same time and making the Volk deal with all of them instead of being able to pick them apart.
Absolutely. That South Stairs subway was an excellent example of that. The coordination, timing, I don't know if it was luck of the draw and just happenstance or if that was rehearsed, but whatever it was, it worked. It was really fun to see. It's a very difficult thing to do, to coordinate that well, to pull yourself out of that moment of the space you're in and also, looking at your tablet, understanding where everybody is and exactly how you're moving and how to pace yourselves to take out, all those positions that are your obstacles on the way to the objective. It's not easy by any means. Some teams do it really well, and when they do it really well, it's fucking frightening. Not gonna lie.
And they make it look easy.
Yeah,
but it's not. It takes time, and it takes experience, and it takes playing with the same people over and over again.
Absolutely. And when you're on the receiving end
or the most
of
stellar
it,
comms ever.
Yeah. When you're on the receiving end of it, it feels like you're being strangled, just suffocated. It is absolutely smothering, and it's tough to combat. But both teams did really well.
Yeah, we saw a lot of good stuff. So, with that, thank you for that excellent point, Wolf. That was good. I liked that. We're gonna have to bring you back for another one of these. But with that excellent point from Wolf, I think we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. You guys have heard more than enough of our two dulcet-toned voices. Thank you, Wolf in the Night. Thank you, Hit and Run. Thank you, AGM, for playing and having me. And thank you to all the viewers for tuning in. I hope you're all having a wonderful night. I will catch you next time. My name's been Bob the Gamer.